Off the west coast of Italy, there is an island exposed to the unique climate of open Mediterranean Sea. Many Europeans swarm to its northern beaches in summer months for its turquoise water and warm climate. On this summer holiday with my family, I'll be up at dawn to capture some small scenes of wilderness. The coast of Sardinia. Hope you enjoy part 2 of Wild Italy.
Here I am on a summer holiday. I'm in Sardinia, off the west coast in the Mediterranean in Italy. Most people you know of it. It's a beautiful, beautiful island. And I'm here for 3 weeks with the family on this holiday. Quickly ran around, so it's confusing when you come to a new location to try and get something going. It's not easy. I'm almost at sunlight now, so I ran down the other end. I just couldn't find anything that was a clean background. It's very, very messy, rocks and everything. So this is the only spot I could find in this little pocket where I've got something clean. So I'm going to hurry up and set up a composition somehow and see how we go. See, the sun's about to come up now, and it's going to light up all that atmosphere on the horizon. So I'm going to get my tripod down low, try and see if I can focus on a little simple scene to give me something as the sun comes up a bit more. It's going to sort of give that glow in an atmosphere that makes the scene pop a bit more. So forgive me if you don't see me for the next 20 minutes, but I'm going to focus on photography because just on taking the stills. Otherwise I'm going to miss out on this moment. Right now I'm still on this spot. The sun's come up now, so I'm facing away from the sun. I've got my bathers on, so I don't care if my bum gets wet. I've got these two channels coming in, so there's not waves, they're just ripples like I said, but because they're meeting in at an intersection, they're creating a little bit of water movement. So I'm trying to come up with something half decent as a composition. It's just, there's no atmosphere, it's just an average summer day. So getting down really, really low, I'm managing to getting a little bit of this water scene just to make just something intimate, and although I'm at wide angle to get all these rocks in, just something intimate by getting down low and getting something interesting in the scene while these two intersections of water bounce up against each other. It's not much, but like I said, when you're out, you've always got to make the best of what you've got, because you never know. These little ideas that you get can really turn out to be something really interesting. So some of the best images I've ever taken have been in a scene where you know, things didn't want to turn out the way they did, and then so I'm a bit distracted because I'm getting a bit of water flow at the moment, which is really interesting. One's coming in now. Here's one, to see it. Didn't quite get it the right time. I'm going to approach it again. I'll use a self-timer because then I can actually sit back and assess the scene and then just click it when I want the image to get actually taken. Here's one coming in now. So I can assess the scene and bang, I can take it without affecting anything or having to look through my LCD screen or anything, and just kick back, enjoy the movement, wait for the right time and take the image. So here's one coming in now. game ones coming in. So a lot of people use 2-second timers, but I don't believe in 2-second timers because you never know, especially when you're shooting in water, whether you're going to get that right moment. These little wireless remotes. This is actually a Pentax one built for Pentax cameras as waterproof, and it's just so much more reliable. Just watch hard and kick back and relax and just wait. Bang. I just took the scene then. I got those waves crashing up against each other and was managed to capture it. I'm going to take another one again, then I'm going to reassess my exposure because 10 minutes have passed now. By these waves crashing up against each other, I've got something. I've got some emotion. If I was to just take this on a standard, 24mm lens up nice and high, looking out at a normal sunset morning with no clouds in the sky and no waves, I would just come away with nothing. I can see the surge of waves, of the tide. Bang. That one was perfect. Oh, God. That made it. God. I'll bring that one up as a raw image just to show you that you come away with such an average day and then bang, get it in motion and take it home. And it's so beautiful. So after this morning, I'm heading out in a dinghy in a little area that's probably about an hour away from where we're staying. This place is called Le Cambre, the rooms. And I haven't brought my camera with me, but I've got my Osmo Action. I'll do some underwater film photography and check out some stuff. Just look at the colour of this water. Isn't it insane? 2, 3, go! So this is a location I came to the other day, and it's still a bit dark now, so it's hard for everyone to show. We've basically got like these hints of, I presume they're like marble or something. They're just like streaks of marble lines that actually travel straight through these rock areas, and they actually give a very natural, good leading line. So, okay, so I've set myself up over here. I've got found a little bit of coastal shrub to try and get into my foreground, and I'm using those leading lines too, like I talked about, just to give a few more elements into the image. Otherwise it's just rock, water, rock, sunrise. So being really precautious about where I stand so I don't knock over any of the local shrub. I'm just standing on rocks on the sides. So I've got a composition here. I've got this, as I said, I've got this little coastal shrub, I don't even know what it's called, sort of travelling through into the cracks and out into the water, and I'm kind of hoping that this is going to give me something interesting. And I gave that 5 minutes for the sun to come up, and hopefully we'll get something decent. So anyway, I'm shooting at 15mm, my Pentax K1. I'm trying to photo stack, obviously, because I've got a very dominant focal point in my foreground, so I'm just focal stacking by 2. And my actual second image, this is a little trick I do. In the second image, I actually So I exposed for the foreground in my first shot with the focus in the foreground. My second shot as a stack, where I focus in the middle ground, I actually expose for the sky, and it makes an excellent blend, and it avoids me stuffing around later on. Here's a little tip. This is the situation I'm in now. Okay, so the sunrise has come up. It's about almost 7:15 now, so I've got my sunrise shot, and now the intense light is going to start kicking in soon, and I'm about to pack up, so I'm just focusing on just a few. God, these rocks are so uncomfortable, with thongs on too, by the way. Flip-flops. So I'm in a situation now where there's another ferry coming through now, and it's going to create more waves. So I've got myself into very, very close to the water, and I'm using those lines that I said, and I'm going to try and wait for those waves to come in and see if I can create a shot. So I've got my 15 to 30 on as always, and I'm just basically waiting for that light to sort of come in. So this gives you a rough idea of my composition. See, I've got my white balance blowing like mad, but it gives you an idea of all the different rock formation and stuff I'm using to give you a bit of symmetry and something interesting into an image. And that sun has now turned from orange to yellow, so the intensity is very, very high. So I'll now just move my whites. Just going to focus here. So I'll now focus my image back in. In live view, I'm going to drop so I don't burn my whites anymore. And I'm I could probably push that, I think. It should be okay. I should probably push that. So I'm going to give this image a go and see how it comes out. God, don't you hate when you go out and you finish up and it's early in the morning, you're still tired, and you think, God, that wasn't successful, was it? I didn't come away with anything. You know what, probably 90% of the time I go out, I actually probably don't come away with anything really. I don't come out, I come away with an image that's like, oh my God. It happens so much, and it's not because of a neglect on my behalf as a skill in photography. I mean, every now and then you take an image and you might not have got the focus or the exposure right, but that's, for me, after many, many years, it's rare that happens. It's more just about the actual conditions on that day, not so much where you go, because I like to study my locations quite well before I go out. I try not to hurry when I'm out on field and try and get a good composition in and everything, but you just have those days, and there's so many of them where you just come home and you think, oh God, that was nothing. That wasn't even worth it. But you know what? It is worth it, because you got up, you went out, and what a beautiful morning it is. I'm here on my own, apart from the odd ferry that passed by, which, by the way, didn't pass by, and I didn't get a good enough movement in the water, as you can see from my raw images. But it's about going outdoors and about being out, and it's peaceful. It's like fishing off a pier and then coming home with no fish. It's the act of actually going out and doing what we love. And for me, 50% of it, or more than 50% of it, is the actual act of going outdoors and enjoying being outdoors and enjoying the process of photography while doing that.